Hey ho, what do you know? We're back together again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, we got some new producers today. Well, one's new. That's Ernie. He's practicing to help relieve Greg and Sheila sometimes. So thank you, Ernie. Thank you, Greg. We got Paul Landsittel over there waiting to play some music. And we're here to just uplift you. So if you would, close your eyes and join.
You're going to gong first.
Oh, I'm going to gong first. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now I'm ready.
So now you can close your eyes and join me as we recognize that one infinite intelligence that is everywhere present this day and every day, in its fullness, in its awesomeness, in its perfection, in its love, and its peace, and its harmony. We take that and go within and allow the perfection of your own being to reveal itself to the world as we come together today in this magnificent, beautiful day to enjoy life, to celebrate each other, and know that everything all the time is in perfect order. And so I'm so very grateful to be here now, so grateful for all those making this possible, so grateful for all those who have joined in today, so grateful to know that this word is fulfilled and now revealing itself in our experience. So I let go, I let God, and I allow it to be. And together we say, and so it is.
And so it is.
Ready to go, Paul?
I am ready.
This is Paul Landsittel.
Yay, Paul.
We settle into the warmth of this place, giving thanks for amazing grace. One affirmation, one good deed is all it takes for a soul in need. Feel the presence and the power to love. See inside what we're made of. Why, we're spirit by nature, human by condition, surrounded by worldly superstition. We've got passion to burn. By God we'll learn, thy will be done by intuition. We fight for the time to meditate. Use it or lose it, it's never too late. Fight for the power to concentrate, just to let it all go in a leap of faith. 'Cause we're spirit by nature, human by condition, surrounded by worldly superstition. We've got passion to burn. By God we'll learn, thy will be done by intuition. A quickening in the heart of the moment, transcending time and space, where we will meet without words. In fearless faith we shall remain. Spirit by nature, human by condition, surrounded by worldly superstition. Got passion to burn. By God we'll learn, thy will be done. Intuition.
Thank you, Paul.
That was
Thank
beautiful.
Right on.
Yeah.
Words are powerful. Okay, we're going to take care of some business and be right back to you in a quick minute or two or three.
Like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro. Check out our website at cslnorthmetro.org. That's where you can find all the links and all the things that are going on, and Reverend Michael's blog and the affirmations and the affirmative prayers and lots of other good stuff.
I owe you a new blog. Huh?
Yeah, it's time for a new blog already again.
All right.
All right. So go to contact us on the website and add yourself to the email list if you're not already there. And just let us know how you're doing while you're doing that too. And you can also go to the prayer request and request a prayer, and we'll pray on that all week. So there's a lot more out there. If you shop on Amazon and you're not supporting another nonprofit, please select, go to smile.amazon.com and select Center for Spiritual Living North Metro as your charity, and we'll get paid when you shop. And
How
so
about that?
that's really nice.
Yeah.
So today's title is No Need for Need. You already met our guest artist, Paul Landsittel. And today's reading is from 40-Day Mind Fast Soul Feast by Dr. Michael Beckwith. And Ernestine is going to come do the affirmations and the announcements right now. And we're going to get out of the way.
Good morning, everyone. Affirmations for the week of August 1st, 2021. Please repeat after me. Every day I fulfill God's purpose for my life.
Every day I fulfill God's purpose for my life.
A vast universe of perfection exists within my heart and mind.
A vast universe of perfection exists within my heart and mind.
Happiness and joy wash over me in every moment.
Happiness and joy wash over me in every moment.
My life exists in its perfect state of being always.
My life exists in its perfect state of being always.
My thoughts flow out beautifully into the law of creation.
My thoughts flow out beautifully into the law of creation.
I rise each day in wondrous illumination.
I rise each day in wondrous illumination.
And together we say,
And so it is.
As Reverend Valerie said, the reading today will be from 40-Day Mind Fast Soul Feast by Dr. Michael Beckwith. There is a wise Zen saying that says you cannot stop birds from flying around your head, but you can prevent them from making nests in your hair. As you begin to mature spiritually, you discover that although you cannot stop the world's chatter about lack and limitation from whirling around you, you can prevent it from lodging in your awareness. How? By actively practicing the presence of God.
Mm-hmm.
The compass of your mind develops the habit of continuously turning in the direction of the Spirit for intuitive guidance. Security, wisdom, joy, comfort, peace, truth, and love. I'm not suggesting that you should deny that noisy birds of limitation sometimes fly around in your experience, tempting you to throw them some crumbs of attention. What I am saying is that by staying your attention on the changeless reality of your God self, you will experience an inner freedom from the things that distract you from the truth of divine nature. There is a tendency in human nature to look to the external world for fulfillment that can only be found within. That which is merely external is powerless to satisfy the soul. By reversing the searchlight of your senses and focusing your attention on that which is real, you will undergo a permanent shift in consciousness, which will requalify your entire experience. This day, set your intention to silently converse with the Spirit in the language of your heart. If it is peace that you seek, look first to the source of peace, sitting right on the altar of your own being. If it's joy for which you yearn, Commune with its source in meditation and prayer. Then at the end of the day, you will see how you met the needs of every moment with God in your consciousness. You will be free from the intrusive clamor of mediocrity going on around you, and at last, taste the freedom from which your soul yearns. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Ernestine. That was amazing. What a great reading you picked.
Well, Michael Beckwith wrote it, so I take no credit. Okay, ready for some more music?
Yes.
Everybody ready for some more music?
Yes.
Okay, there's Paul. Paul, we appreciate you.
This is a song called He Walks Among Us, for all the gentle spirits that surround us each and every day. He walks among us, unseen, unheard, speaks so softly without a word, whisper in the wind, stay close and listen in. For the one you are seeking is also seeking you. He walks among us, hiding in plain sight, casts no shadow in the morning light. Sunrise through the trees, look close and you can see. For the one you are seeking is also seeking you. She walks among us in a sense of wonder, breaks the spell we've been under. She's a ringing in your ears. Listen close and you can hear. The one you've been seeking is also seeking you. Also seeking you, seeking you.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good message. You wrote that, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Thank you, Paul. Okay, we're going to do our thing. We'll be back to you later. Hey,
Hey,
here we are again
here we are.
in full blossom. When we capture the essence of who we are, perfect beings, we discover that there's no need for need. If we can bring ourselves to really understand that and really know that, then we lift a lot of burden from our shoulders. What I know, sometimes worry can cause need, and need can cause worry. Like, I need to get this job, otherwise I don't know what will happen. I need to lose weight. I need to find love. I need. And although it may be true that there is a place within you that wants something or needs something, it's not the best way to express it. I suggest trying it this way. I get to have a perfect job. I get to have a perfect body. I get to have love. I get to be free. And when you're using I get to, then you're saying I'm open for it to fulfill my life. A lot of people say I am free. I have a good job. And that's another powerful way of expressing. But sometimes we're not quite ready for that. We're not quite ready to say, I have a job, when we're looking and we don't have a job. So,
or I like to say it a little differently. I like to say my perfect job is moving toward me now. Or I am affirming that, my perfect space it's on its way to me now. I'm manifesting it. So I'm saying, it's coming, it's there. And I understand what you're saying with I get to, but so moving toward me now, or I'm manifesting, for me feels a little more powerful. But you get to do it how it works for you.
What we're steering you away from is using the need word, because need can say that I'm desperate. It can say that I don't have it, that I'm lacking something. And even though that something may not be in your life, that doesn't mean you lack it, because everything you need is within you. Everything that is possible is within you. You are an infinite, eternal being of light, and you are here to express that light and to be that light. So we want to steer away from need. I was attracted to this teaching a long time ago, and quite frankly, it was from all the needs that I had at the time, and I was over stuffed with needs, and
overflowing.
I felt like I was stuffed.
Okay, overstuffed is good.
Oh well. Again, we say it the way we say it. Right?
That's right.
Anyway, as you may or may not know, I wasn't in the best emotional shape or spiritual shape that one could be in. And then I heard this person say, well, there's three things that, and this person was my minister, there are three things that we can use in our growth and our expansion: observance, declaration, and oneness. When we're going through anything, or our thoughts are telling us this stuff that isn't pleasant, then it's good to just observe it. Just be a witness to whatever's going through your mind, or whatever's coming at you, and don't do anything about it. And that was the hard part for me. I mean, I'm supposed to observe this, find something out, and not do anything about it. Yes, that's what you should do, I was told.
Well, I think that's because we're becoming aware of what our thoughts are and what our feelings are, and until we're aware that we're doing that, it's hard to choose a new way.
Yeah, exactly. So observance is a very important part of this journey, and allowing the guidance and the direction to come through you will be what you want to declare, that I am open and accepting all the good that is here to fulfill my life, to generate my highest way of being, to be the source of my own destination, to be that God self that I was put on this planet to be. And when you practice that long enough, and you start witnessing things happening in your life, then you are stepping towards your knowing that you are one with something greater than yourself. And once you know that you're something greater than the small self, that you're infinite, you have infinite possibility, infinite potential, then you start being aware that there's something greater than me, and I can use it. Now, on the other side of that, once you've discovered there's something greater than you, you can use it. What about just allowing it to use you? And that's the step towards experiencing oneness on this planet and in this experience. I think.
Well, I was just gonna, if we really pay attention to our thoughts, often I got to do this, I need that, I got to do this, I need that. And I know in my past, when I was feeling depressed or something, I thought shopping would make it better. And it did for a moment. But then I got the money that I spend on the thing that I probably really didn't want or need for that momentary feeling better. And so I think that we sabotage ourselves a lot of ways in trying to make ourselves feel better instead of going into that place of what's really going on here and where's my next step, and then listening to what comes forth for what that next step is. Because I remember when we first met, I was getting ready to go out into the job market. And so we visioned about it. And that was a new thing for me because I hadn't done that before. And I remember you said to me, okay, I know you're going out to banks and I know that that's where your experience is. And you need to be ready for something completely different to happen here because you've made yourself ready for your next opportunity to come forth.
I said that?
You said that.
Good God.
And I'm thinking, I'm still going out to the banks and I'm still, that's where my experience is. That's what I'm good at. Well, I had probably only applied at one or two when the administrator at our center needed a leave of absence. And so the board said, oh, would you just come work for us for a while? And I'm like, sure, I'm good at that stuff too. And so that ended up being my job, which wasn't anything like what I thought I was looking for when I filled out my resume full of all my banking. And obviously when you're doing financials and you're doing financials, then you're doing financials at a center or you're doing financials at a bank. It's kind of the same thing. And I got to be at that place that was feeding me spiritually for my job. So I just thought of that, how different that was than the way I had done things before. Yeah.
That reminds me of a story. Doesn't have anything to do with me other than I was participating in it. But I remember I had this, I was sitting on a panel. We do panels for when you're going to be a practitioner, you got to do a panel to go in, do a panel to go out. When you're studying to be a minister, there's lots and lots of panels.
Well, there's a panel to be accepted.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I don't know.
There's a panel to be accepted. Then you go through, I think it's about quarterly, you have a mentor minister, and then you go through quarterly things with that person. And then you have a panel when you get out of school to see if you get to be a licentiate minister. And then you still have those check-ins all of the time. And then you have a panel now it's 3 years after you become a licentiate minister to become an ordained minister. So, and it's a good thing because it's, when we're doing the panels, what we're looking for is, are you ready? Because we're offering the opportunity for people to thrive as opposed to kind of get buried in it sometimes.
So getting back to my story.
Yeah.
So this woman, she was 14 years a practitioner, and she decided to go into ministry. And so during this paneling, for some odd reason, I don't know why, it may have come up in some way, but I asked her, what is her idea of need? And she goes, And she starts telling this story about how in her job, she flies all over the world, and she's deathly afraid of flying. She gets sick, she gets afraid, she can't sleep on planes, and she felt kind of guilty by being a practitioner for 14 years and still dealing with this. So she went to her practitioner, and the practitioner advised her to just let it go, just be the observer of this thing that happens in her when she's flying. So she was on this one flight one time, and she decided to close her eyes and just center herself and see if that would work. And she got centered, and out of somewhere, she heard this voice say, "There's no need to worry." And she came out of that kind of like, wow, that makes sense to me. There's no need to worry, but how do I do that? There's still a little part of me that feels this inside of me, and it's uncomfortable. So some time goes by. She's taking her ministerial classes, and one day, again in meditation, she was told, "Become a pilot."
Wow.
And she just like in that moment, like went through all her stages of fear, afraid, sick, and she just got all wound up. And then she realized that she needed to step into her fear, and that would be a good way to do it, step into her fear. So I remember after the panel was over, one of the panelists, there's always three. One of the panelists said, you know what I get from that? Define and find. And we all thought about it a second. Oh yeah, a lot of us define ourselves by our fears. A lot of us define ourselves about things we can't do. And in that defining, when we're observing, then we find what it is that's the real truth about ourselves and what to do about it. So getting back to the woman, she took her flight lessons and she started flying, and she was so thankful in her heart to have relieved herself of this stressful, painful thing that she went through every time she got on the plane. And for her, that was a big release of a need to heal herself. And what she shared, later I ran into her like at a conference or something, and what she shared was that she didn't need healing, she needed a revealing. Mm-hmm. And the revealing came to her, and it changed her whole life. And it can happen to any of us. All of us are capable of revelations that are especially for us in our growth and our expansion on our spiritual journey.
Mm-hmm. I think that guidance is always there. Mm-hmm. I think that small voice is always there. But I think that busy mind and those thoughts of what I need and what I don't have and all the other things kind of overshadow it.
Yeah. And so it's funny, doesn't it? Because sometimes, a lot of times, need creates more need.
It does.
And you get into this whole pattern of I need more. And you just become so needy that you don't feel good about your life or about yourself.
Which makes me think about if you need love, give love. Mm-hmm. Don't need it, give it. Find a way to give it, whether it's a pet or volunteering someplace with people that can use your help, or calling somebody. It's just always when we're needing something, there's something that we can do to be giving instead of thinking we need, that will put us in a place of, instead of being powerless, power, and then that opens us up to accept more. So as we're giving, we're accepting. And so when you need money, what all the money people teach is tithe. And if you can't tithe 10%, start with 1%, but tithe, because when you need money, you have to give it to get it. And it's all that way. The giving and the receiving is one thing. And when we think we need something, we get to that needy place. We're just receiving or thinking we need to receive, and we're not in the giving place. And it's always important to be giving and receiving.
There's a lot of circulation, because
well, it is.
And on the other side, if you're just always receiving or giving, then there's no room for you to receive and experience the goodness of other people's lives. I remember once I met this. I was in a acting workshop, and I met this woman who used to be on contract with one of the big studios. And she was a beautiful woman, elegant and classy. And that was in San Francisco. And I said, oh, I was getting ready to go to LA. And she says, well, you're in LA, look me up. And I said, okay. And we got together and we had the greatest conversation, one that I needed at the time. But one thing that she said was, when people give you compliments, just say thank you. Don't give a compliment back because you're taking away their gift of giving. Just say thank you. That's easy to do.
It's
Just
not
say
so easy until you learn it, because there's a tendency to say, oh, this whole thing, or I still do that sometimes, and then I catch myself. Thank you is very easy unless it's not.
So there's a gift on both
But
sides
there is.
of the coin.
My sister, so I'm the oldest of four, and so I was always, I was the one that did all the cleaning and all the cooking and all the washing and all the everything, and so I was always giving. And even after we all moved out and we all had our own homes, it's like I'm always giving. And my sister tried to give me something once, and I'm like, oh, I don't really need this, you should keep it. And she's like, just say thank you. It's like, oh, giving and receiving. So that's been a lesson for me, is also to receive.
Yeah. When you're just giving, you're telling the universe that you don't deserve to have anything. And when you're receiving, you're telling the universe that, what are you telling the universe?
You don't have anything to give.
That's right.
And we do. We all have things to receive. Like I didn't need the thing my sister was giving me, but I did need the love with which she was giving it to me. And so when I was saying, oh, you keep this, I was denying her love and her ability to give to me. And I understood at that point, oh, yeah, I mean, I want to give and I want to love it. And it's important that I need to learn that, yes, they're adults now. And yes, they don't need me to care for them every single minute, all of the time. And yes, I can say thank you and appreciate that she loves me and appreciate that she wants to do things for me.
So behind all this is individuals' needs. And when we can move away from this thing of needing, and just be an expression of pure spirit, being a device, a channel through which spirit gets to work through you, mm-hmm. Then there is no need for need. There's no need for want or desire. Those things can be there and come to you, but if you linger in them, then you're lingering in the past and not opening up to the possibilities of what can be given to you. Because a lot of times we may ask for one thing and we're really seeking something else.
Like my job.
Yeah, like a job. What were you seeking?
Well, I thought I was seeking a job in the bank, and I got way more. I mean, I didn't get as much money, but I got way more in terms of my spiritual growth and my wellness and my spiritual well-being, my physical well-being, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because a lot of those years when I was working in the bank, I was working 70, 80, 90 hours a week, and that wasn't very good.
I was giving.
That was giving. And what did they want? Oh, more. Yeah. More.
You'll clearly understand that if you're just a giver, then there'll be plenty of people out there that'll take advantage of it and receive. And the opposite is true. So I don't know how we got on the give and receive.
Well,
it just did.
We did. Did you have something else you wanted to say?
No.
I wanted to talk about how our basic teaching is what we think about expands.
Mm-hmm.
And so every time we're thinking about what we don't have or what we need, or I need this to make me happy, or I need this to feel loved, or whatever it is, we're thinking about what we don't have. We're thinking that what we need is going to come from outside of us and fulfill that need, instead of beginning to recognize that we're in a body. The soul is bigger than the body. The soul knows what we came here for. So, and the soul knows that sometimes those experiences of the things that we would call really, really bad are what leads us to the really, really good, because that's how it works. And so it's all giving and receiving, and it's all, when I started listening to my intuition, I've always had it. As a matter of fact, I took one of the times when I was in the bank and we were being purchased, those of us who were officers got to go through psychological testing every time to see, did they want to hire us or somebody else?
See if you're crazy or not.
So the last time, I was already started on my journey out the door, I think, at the time. But the last time they said to me, you scored the highest we've ever seen on intuition, and you're not using it. The other thing they said is you are a creative person in this very, and this isn't exactly what they said, but buttoned down, not creative kind of a position, because there's so many rules and so many things, and we're surprised you've made it as long as you have. and so it wasn't very long until I wasn't there anymore, and that was a good thing, although I remember it being like Spirit had already started telling me that I was supposed to figure out what to do next. Like, it would have been really easy for me when that job went away to go to another bank right at that time and get another job. It would have been really easy for me. And Spirit kept saying, you're supposed to find your own way. And I spent quite a while asking, what is my way? However, I was asking that instead of, and I tried a few things and did a few things, and I was in between things when I met you. And, you know, it took several years for me to find my own way, but I was searching and exploring. So I kind of got off on a tangent there. I want to talk about how we think that, I mean, we're just constantly bombarded with ads. We're just constantly being told that what's out there will make you feel like you, and this thing will make you feel like you, and this thing will make you better, and this thing, oh, you really need this thing. And none of those things are true. Because what we need is within already. It's already all there. And as we begin to be that space that opens up and listens to that intuition, like the intuition that led me on the long journey to go to that concert where I met you, where you said, oh, you should come to I'm a minister and you should come to my church. And I said, oh, I've already been there. And you said, but you need to try it again because it's different now.
Man words.
And it was
Nice line.
well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that for months. I really didn't know that.
I knew a good thing when I saw it. And it was outside of the church, so it was legal.
Now I've forgotten what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to talk about how, here it is. Once we get that we're whole, perfect, and complete within, that we attract everything we need from that place of being whole, perfect, and complete, that we are that perfect child of God, that we are in a place of doing what our soul came here to do, that we are always generating the thing that is for our highest and best good, and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing for our growth. And that once we get, especially that intuition, when we stop being busy, and I'm really talking about myself here because I read something about being busy and how that really wasn't always the best thing to do just last night. But when we stop that and we listen, the next thing comes, and the next thing comes, and the next thing comes. And it's just always there saying, go do this, try this, do that. Sometimes it's meditate. Sometimes it's go to a concert. Sometimes it's, apply for this job so that will happen. It's just, and even things like, I remember walking out the door to go to work, and Spirit said, you're going to need your camera today. And I said, I'm in a hurry. I'm going to be late. I can't remember what happened that day, but I really needed my camera that day because something really big happened and I didn't have my camera to take pictures. And that was before the cell phones would do everything. It's like I didn't have my camera. And so even just tiny things like that, or don't go that way, go that way. Make a right here. You're planning on going straight, but make a right here. I don't know what happened because I made that right. But I know that when I follow that voice that's always there, and the more I listen to it, the more I know it, that my life works better.
Mm-hmm. I just had a thought. I'm going to put out a challenge to the community that's present and the community at large. And just let's spend the week together. And you and I will practice too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's spend the week together fasting. Not fasting from food, not fasting from anything, but let's spend the week together fasting from worry.
Yay.
And every time a worry thought comes forth, just say, get thee behind me. And let's spend the week and see what happens. And you can share amongst yourselves, share with us. We'd like to know what happened because we'll be sharing together. And what you'll discover is how often worries come up and how often you don't need them because they're nothing. They're really nothing trying to become something.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll never become something because they're nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be fun to just see what that dynamic will have on the community at large too. Will it make a difference? Will we all of a sudden see all kinds of new people coming through the door or checking in on our website or looking at the reruns on
Reruns on YouTube
and Facebook? What do you call it?
I don't know, recordings.
Okay.
So
Reruns.
I would like to say, if you're in a place where you are in that worry and you can't get thee behind me, we are available for prayer.
Call us.
We're available by telephone. We're available online. You can always get prayer. And you can ask each other for prayer too. You guys all know how to pray. Well, all you guys here that have been in classes know how to pray. Get somebody to pray with you. Pray it away.
Mm-hmm.
Because
it works.
Prayer works.
Yeah, absolutely.
We ready to pray? Speaking of prayer?
That was a good segue.
That was a good segue.
Take it away.
So I just invite you to close your eyes, to take a deep breath, and another one. And as you're breathing in, remember and recognize that the one divine mind is breathing your breath. It's beating your heart. It's the thinker of your thoughts. It is the life force that is divinely you. It is the one power and the one presence that is everything, everywhere, all of the time. It is my life. It is Reverend Michael's life. It is the life of each one present here today, whether you're present here with us or present online or watching later. It is everyone, everywhere, all of the time.
Mm-hmm.
It is everything, every bee, every flower, every plant, every river. It is everyone and everything. It is every breath we breathe. So I am absolutely knowing that this week, as we put those worries and those thoughts and those needs and those fears behind us, and we focus on the oneness and the allness and the isness and the power and the presence that is the truth of our being, that the oneness of the truth of our being, our oneness with that one life, that one power, and that one present expands us exponentially into the capacity for what we are here to do, what we can do, what we be. Because what we be is one with God all of the time, no matter what, in everything. And so in absolute gratitude for knowing that truth about ourselves, I pass this word to Reverend Michael.
Thank you. I accept everything that's been spoken before me and know the truth for each individual that is gathered under this roof, that is watching online, that is watching on their phone, that is maybe tuning in later to Facebook or YouTube to watch. I know the truth of each person,
Yes.
each and every soul,
Yes.
and I hold for each of you the highest and the best experiences come forth this week, that which is guided through you is used by you, and it continues to reveal itself from glory to greater glory.
Mm-hmm.
I send out light and love. I ask you to join me as we together send out light and love across this planet,
Yes.
calling forth peace, calling forth harmony, calling forth for the great leaders that can make the change that is needed in this world, calling forth every individual knowing that the change they're seeking is taking place. I hold this for all life here and beyond. I hold it for myself, for the spiritual community, for all our loved ones, friends, colleagues, and those who challenge us. Love is at hand right here, right now. I embody it and I let it pass and move through me. For this and so much more, I give thanks. Eternally grateful.
Thank you, God.
Grateful for life.
Thank you.
Grateful for this beautiful community.
Yes.
Grateful for our spiritual organization.
Yes.
Grateful for all those doing peace work around the world. Just eternally grateful. And in this sense of gratitude for the word being complete, I now let go, let God, and I allow it to be. And together we say,
And so it
and
is.
so it is.
Amen. Amen. Something else. And woohoo!
Yes.
Sitting here in my problem. What am I gonna do now? Is anybody gonna save me? Some way, somehow. Maybe I'm not supposed to know. Maybe I'm supposed to cry. If nobody ever knows the way I feel, it'll be alright. It'll be okay. I'm gonna make my world a better place. I'm gonna keep that smile on my face. Gonna teach myself how to understand. I'm gonna make myself a better man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Climbing out the window, climbing up the wall. Is anybody gonna save me? Or are they gonna let me fall? Maybe I don't wanna know. Just hold on the best I can. If I fall down, I'm gonna get back up. It'll be alright, be okay. Gonna make my world a better place. Gonna keep that smile on my face. Gonna teach myself how to understand. Gonna make myself a better man.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you. I just
Thank
have to, I couldn't resist that the person who wrote that song name was so unique that I had to look him up on my phone.
Keb Mo.
There's Kev Mo.
Yay.
Look at that smile.
Yeah,
Look at
there
those
he
eyes.
is. He's
Thank
a
you,
great,
Paul.
great
Beautiful.
songwriter, musician.
Yeah, indeed. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. We've got some business to take care of. Well, look, there's a gift in the basket.
Oh, there is a gift in the basket already. How about that?
How about that? We're manifesting. All right, so if you're out there in the world or here in this world, we're asking you to check in your heart and see if there's a space in it that wishes to give to what we're doing, the work we're doing, and the growth of the congregation. We accept it, we open up to it, and we bless your heart for stepping forth and giving. And there's a way to give that you're
There are. And so if you use Venmo, the Venmo QR code will be up in just a second. But the easiest way to do it is to just go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org. There's a couple of ways to give out there, and you can give once. You can set it up for regular, and you can also text to give, and I think they have that up on the screen. It's YUGIVE to 888-364-GIVE. I don't think there's a 3 afterwards, but anyway. So, would you bless?
So we invite everybody to shine their light at these gifts and repeat after me. Thank you, dear Spirit.
Thank you, dear Spirit.
Thank you for this opportunity to give.
Thank you for this opportunity to give.
I give freely
I give freely
with all my love,
with all my love,
knowing this love goes out into the world
knowing this love goes out into the world,
and blesses all it comes in contact with.
blesses all it comes in contact with.
For this and so much more,
For this and so much more,
I say thank you.
I say thank you.
Let it be,
Let it be.
and so it is.
So it is.
So it
And
is.
so it is.
Paul. What's the word, Paul?
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young, forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. May you stay forever young, forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Everybody here is looking forever young.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're embracing that thought. So, any final words? Anybody want to say anything? All right.
Thanks for a great service.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so just close your eyes as we benedict together.
Oh, wait.
What?
Did I tell everybody to join us on Zoom?
No.
No.
Oh, wait. Join us on Zoom right after this service so that we can share our aha moments and do all the talking that we need to do about what came up for us. And so there's a link in the comments. Also, if you don't see that on our website in the calendar, the Zoom link is right there too. It's always there. And sign up for the email to get the links and everything sent out to you every week. And so, well done.
Okay,
All right.
so once again, I invite you to close your eyes. Tap into that centered place within you where God is, was, and always will be. The perfection of who and what you are. The everlasting, loving presence that surrounds each and every one of us with beauty and joy and freedom and power and abundance and prosperity and clarity and guidance and relaxation and just all the good that is God.
Yes, yes, yes.
I accept it for each one of us,
Yes.
knowing we're going to have a wonderful week filled with wonderful surprises, upliftment, and inspiration. For this, I say thank you. Thanks to the Spirit within and the Spirit without. One. It is done. So I let go, let God, and allow it to be. And together we say, and so it is.
And join us on Zoom.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Yeah.
To the moon.
Have a great week, everyone.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.